This is a shot from Stranger Things, a movie created by 500 VFX artists over 1 year period with budget of $480 million. And I'm going to recreate it with the budget of $0 in 1 week to see if I can get close to Netflix. Since when Stranger Things came out 2016, I wanted to recreate anything from the show, but I don't have any skill to do so. At that time, I don't even know Photoshop or Microsoft Paint. But in 2025, a lot have changed. With the new chapter in 2025, I know I have to recreate something from the show since I know I have skills now. I got many options to choose the scenes to recreate because there are a lot of cool scenes in this movie. But I ended up choosing this scene right when the movie started. But this led to our first problem, which is I don't know any forest and I don't have any tool to shoot at night. I knew I have to be creative. So I jumped to my favorite software, Blender, and start making the environment, which if I make it, I think 50% of the video is already made. So I started with the environment. I started by blocking out the scene, and then later on I'll worry about adding the details. This helps a lot because since from the blocking out, you start feeling the scene coming to life. I then scatter some vegetation and sticks on the lawn because it's looking too flat. And after lighting for some minutes, this is how the scene is looking like. Yeah, we are making progress. I then simulate the curtain. Curtains, really? I then simulate the clothes. I then texture this wood and I don't even know the name to put on. So I guess I'll put my name. Looking back at the original, there's this kind of tentacle which I don't want to create, but I tried making it in Blender, so I did. And it turned out to be nice because I ended up liking it. Gave it a simple shader and it's looking okay. I then added more on the ground and added basic camera pushing motion. I then added some handheld motion. After I rendered it out, I wasn't satisfied with the name that I did, so I replaced the name. And with that, the first short 3D part is done. And basically, now it's just for me to keep adjusting the camera angles to get my many shots. With the environment being totally stable, I called my friends after he finished eating his food. We jumped right in to start shooting. Come on, dude, it's just a pasta. After we got our taste, I jumped into After Effects and started keying and rotoscoping myself, which a lot of artists hate, including me. After building out the scene, I import my footage inside of Blender as reference to see how I will composite myself in the environment. And this is how it's looking without any compositing. Beautiful. This is actually not bad. We just need to do a lot of compositing. But for now, let's just animate the camera and render the scene out because it's good enough like this. Checking back at time, it's already 5 days and this is the 6th day and I'm running out of time. I was being forced to cut the shot from 16 shots to 7 shots. Yeah. With that being said, I moved on to focusing on the Demogorgon shots, aka the money shot. After hours of searching online, I got a lot of options to choose from the Demogorgon model, which are completely free, but they are not really good for my need. You cannot make any close-up shot with this. What is this one doing? I just downloaded them like that, taking into Blender, and the low resolution textures are even worse inside the 3D software. But at the same time, even though the textures are bad, the model is completely rigged. But with some questions, at least you have to select 5 bones before you can animate. However, it must work like this. So I export its textures, enhance it from 512 to 4K, generate some normal maps and the other PVR maps, combine everything in Blender, and finally it's looking like this. I wish I have more shots of the Demogorgon because I really love the 3D model. I mean it's looking good. This is before and this is after. I don't go to the process of the painful animation which I have to select like 100 bones before I can move one hand, right? I made it work like that than rigging it all over because I'm feeling a bit lazy. I don't rig this thing to add some secondary motions to them, but still not enough. I have to add in some shape keys and animate them with noise modifier. Next, I imported it to the scene and we want to simulate the stick destruction effects, which I was very dumb. As far as I know, you can never simulate something with 11 million polygons inside of Blender. Even though I did simulated the model, but it's still too dense to simulate. So I tried to animate the sticks by hand, and since it's a very fast shot, I can get away with compositing some assets on top. I then add in some saliva and this kind of things that are coming out of his mouth with particle system. I then set up render passes using the SS workflow, and I was left with around 400 gigs of rendered files. But with all that, it led us to our final step, which is compositing. For those of you who doesn't know, basically compositing is the process of compiling everything together and make them match. This is where you will add a lot of imperfections to your CG render to look real and match color yourself. Remember when I'm looking somehow in the scene? This is the time to make me look integrated into the scene, and I'll give you a little bit of time lapse of me doing the compositing. And finally, after I did some sound effects, you can enjoy the final video. This is not the real movie. Blender crashes many times. Now enjoy this. I'm pretty happy with the results, even though the Demogorgon shot was two shots, I think. But what do you think? And did someone get what song I was singing? If you do, type it in the comments, let me know. Anyways, see you in the next one. I have a lot of cool videos coming out, so maybe you might want to subscribe to not miss those.